Okay, we're going to try something new today. This is going to be a construction update on the railroad. So the area we're going to work on is what we call Cedar Crest Ivy Falls. Here's the map. It's going to be in the upper left corner of the map. It's that orange area. And this is what we're going to work on. So here's some photos of what it looks like, or what it looked like before we started. It worked well. It was a little clunky in spots. Here's a little video of kind of the area that we're working on. You'll see kind of the area underneath the green bridge in a second here. So that'll be the other area we work on. Here's kind of the original concept, which was to basically keep everything at the same grade. I had some crossovers I wanted to use, add some switches. I wanted to kind of do a reversing loop there. And it just wasn't working for me, and I didn't really like it. I did want to make this into a spur instead of having the loop. Kind of what we ended up with is a little bit different, where we're going to build a new bridge and we're going to cross over the bridge and underneath the bridge sort of make a loop around, and we'll tie it into the existing track with a new switch and all that. So getting to building the bridge, this is a 3D printed bridge. It's a metal girder bridge. This is the prototype with some prototype parts. Here it is being tested. It hasn't been glued together or anything like that. As a matter of fact, I replaced a couple of the bottom pieces because I realized that there was no way of connecting anything. And it looked really good. Once the bridge design was complete and I was happy with it, it was time to move on to tearing up track. You can see there's a new layer of wall stone there because I have to raise everything up to meet the new bridge. Here I'm testing the new grade, see what it looks like when I've raised everything up a little bit. So I was pretty happy with the new grade. It leveled everything off up to the green bridge. What I didn't realize was the grade down underneath the new bridge was going to be a little steeper than I wanted. One of the other things I wanted to do is replace the old roadbed, which was pressure treated wood, which has started to warp and rot in some places. So I wanted to switch to using PVC trim boards as a ladder system or a grid system underneath the track. I built new crib walls to kind of hold everything back, and abutment for the bridge. And so this is just kind of test fitting those. And then once I was happy with them, and I started filling them with crushed rock to weigh them down and to hold them in place and make sure they were level and all that. The position of the switch for the track that went under the new bridge was too close to the bridge and created a much steeper grade than I had planned. So what I had to do is move that switch up near the old switch. That way I could have a little longer run down to that and shallow that grade out. It's still a little steeper than I would like, but it is tolerable now. Here's the track on the crib wall getting installed. Nice and level. Bridge is installed. Track across the bridges is there. And everything is looking really good. Threw the track down for what will be the industry there to test fit. And then it was time to do a little test run on the track. And the area below the bridge that goes underneath the green bridge is not in place. So it's you'll see the train will not go very far. But I did test it kind of different directions. This is a nice POV from the front of the S4. It uses a custom GoPro mount that sits on the very front of it. So it gives me a nice low view. Once I was satisfied with the loop around and going under the new bridge, it's time to focus on the area that goes under the older green bridge. The large trestle has 2 lines on it, so I wanted to extend those lines underneath the green bridge. So I was test fitting to see if there was enough space underneath them. This is what this picture is. Part of that would be to reconfigure these curves to split them up so they're not converging into a switch. Going back to the map, this is what it looked like when I started, and here's what it looks like now. The hollow looking stuff is stuff I haven't installed yet. So this is what the new track looks like underneath the green bridge. It allows the loop to continue. And there's a crossover so that I can connect to either of the lines on the trestle. Added crushed rock under the new bridge, just to kind of make it look a little better. Once the track underneath the green bridge was all in and the eastern loop was reconnected, I thought it would be good to run some trains and test the reconfigured eastern loop and the new eastern figure 8 loop. I'm not showing everything, I'm just kind of showing the train running over the new sections in different directions and all that to see how they run. That's about it. I hope you enjoyed the video. This is obviously a little different. I don't normally talk on my videos. So add a comment or give me a thumbs up if you liked what you saw, and we'll do more of these as we go. There's a lot more construction. So there's about 1,100 feet of track. Most of it's on pressure treated wood, though not all of it, because there's obviously trestles and bridges and things like that. So I'm going to continue to replace that. I probably won't do video of that, but there's a few areas that I'm going to reconfigure. So as I do that, I will create videos for each of the sections, or maybe I'll make a video of a couple of sections, depending on how much there is. We'll see how much progress we can make this summer. I'm hoping to get it all done, but you never know. As the days get warmer, sometimes it's a lot harder because we're sitting in the sun doing this. So we'll see. That's kind of this whole thing. Everything you saw in this video started in end of April, but we had a bunch of rain in May, but then we also had a bunch of heat in the early June, so there was a lot of time where nothing happened for a few days. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.